this is today, guys. We're going trucking. We're in Farmer Dan's truck. You guys seen him in previous videos. We are going to do a little bit of trucking. What are we hauling today? Beans?
We're hauling beans. They're going on containers.
We're gonna haul beans to China. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run beans to China. We'll talk a little bit more about Dan's truck. We'll take some video of going down the road, all the fun stuff. What are you doing there?
My tarp.
Oh, he's opening his tarp.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You fancy, sophisticated farmer.
Yeah, well, 20 years, you tend to learn.
What's your load number?
Load number that I'm picking up is 621-415-47.
All right, down to the big van.
Thank you.
There. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good? Uh-oh. Okay, the window up. It is cold, boys and girls. It is cold. Alrighty, we are loaded up. We're in Ute, Iowa, and we are bound for Fremont, Nebraska. We're going to be taking a very, very rough back road because here in Iowa, you can run heavier weights. Unfortunately, when you run those heavier weights, you cannot run an interstate system. Not that it really matters because there's not really an interstate system around here.
This is true.
This is true. I mean, this is what we have. This is back roads. This is 2 lanes. You know, the stuff I love in my videos, guys. So how did the loading process go, Daniel? Are you feeling good about this process?
Took too long.
Took too long.
I mean, the guy didn't show up. We had to call up to the office, get his butt down there. So
You hopper bottom boys, always in a hurry, right? Time is money.
Don't stop other than to load, unload, and fuel.
Oh my good Lord, I don't know if I could do that.
Well, and half the reason why our trucks are so dirty is we can't get by a dang car wash or truck wash.
Well, we're going to discuss that a little bit later on why the interior is dirty, though, because that has nothing to do with the exterior. But
it's cold.
We're just going to leave it right there. What Daniel has in his truck is pretty cool. I'll show you a little bit later. He's got this fancy gauge inside of his truck. It tells him how much weight is on each axle of the truck and trailer. And that is air operated, right?
It's based off your air pressure, but breaks it down into pounds electronically.
Yeah.
You got to calibrate it, you know, every so often, and it can be off if you're unlevel loading, but if you're on flat ground, it's within 20 to 60 pounds.
That is very impressive. I'm very impressed. All right, we're about to get on a very bumpy road, so I'll be back with you guys a little bit later on. Alright, we're rolling into Pisgah, Iowa right now. We made it through Dunlap, so we're pretty much off the rough roads for a little bit. I forgot to tell you earlier, we were throwing gloves around those, they're hood mounts, and they squeak a little bit on the old Peterbilts. So Daniel grabbed some gloves and he threw them over those mounts. A person gets used to those squeaks, and I told him on the way over, I go, the camera's gonna pick those squeaks up pretty bad. How much further do we have till we get to Fremont?
Oh, we're only about a quarter of the way into the trip. It's 74 miles one way.
Okay.
So I'm guessing we're probably only 20 some miles. So we still got a ways to go. Just kind of taking it easy this morning because things are cold and got to get everything warmed up. So
yeah.
But other than that, sun's shining, wind ain't blowing, and it's a good day to go trucking.
You're right. What is our temp? I kind of forgot to even check. Our temp when I went down to jump in the truck with you was at like 2.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 or 5 right now.
4 or 5.
And with the forecast coming up for next week, this is going to be a warm day.
Woo. Next week's supposed to cool down. The warmest day is supposed to be like -5 degrees. That's not going to be pleasant at all. Railroad tracks.
They're rough.
Hit them hard, Dan. Come on.
No.
Come on, let's jump them.
No.
Let's see what this Peterbilt can do, man.
I like my suspension.
We get some air on these puppies. What town are we in right now?
Mondamon.
Mondamon. We found the interstate. We can't go on it though. We can go right beside it, but we can't go on it. fat truck driver sitting down, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know, recording out these doors, a little bit tougher than recording out the Kenworth windows, you know, because I got those big, those huge windows.
Yeah, we go for style, me and Peterbilt, you know. Not like Kenworth.
You don't want to get me started on the difference in Kenworth and Peterbilt. That's all I've been doing all day right there.
Yeah, we're on 2-lane.
Yeah.
Iowa 2-lane.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm still my Freightliner, that my old Freightliner you guys have seen. It was had the same door, same mirror setup and everything, and it's great for backing in and everything, but it just gets a little annoying trying to record. You know, you could have at least switched your mirrors so I could record peacefully and easily.
Someday. Truck ain't finished yet.
Nah, leave them alone. I like these a lot better. It gives it a lot better look. We're going through Blanco, Nebraska right now, and we're probably, gosh, we're not too far away from Fremont, are we?
No, another 20 miles, we'll be there.
Alright, we've made it here to Fremont. Alright, I've been in this truck for a couple hours now, and I was going to hit him up for a free hat. The farmer in me is coming out strong.
Uh-huh.
Daniel wanted to start really, really early this morning, and I told him I had something going, but realistically, am I waking up early in the morning? Probably not. So, because of him, we have like 20 trucks ahead of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, because of you. And now we're going to be stuck sitting here for 30 hours.
And no, it'll only probably be about an hour and a half.
Oh, good God, I'm trapped in this thing for an hour and a half.
You stink.
You stink.
No, you stink.
Yeah, I kind of stink. I kind of do smell. All right, so what's going to happen here? We're going to pull in here. We're going to get probed, right?
Yep.
Hand in paperwork.
Yep.
We're going to go empty it out, and then once we get it emptied out, it's going to get on a container ship, and it's going to go to China.
Yes, sir.
So we are trucking from Iowa to China.
In theory.
In theory.
Yeah. Truck don't float, though.
Well, give the government time. They'll come up with a way.
I'm sure.
Now we sit.
Is that still froze?
No. Pledge works great.
Uh-huh.
Dust doesn't stick to it that good, man. I'm just telling you. This is stuff you need to be doing right now. Just, it's still frozen, Dan.
Don't
It's frozen.
use it while it's frozen.
Why?
Cause I'll have to go buy another bottle.
You need moisture. There's a lot of dust here, and I need to dust it.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be dusted, Dan. See, watch. See. Look at that. We're getting that dust off of her now. Ah! That was an air gun to my eardrum, bastard. Look at that. Now we're making some progress. It even smells pretty. That's that bull snot stuff.
Uh-huh.
I know a guy that on YouTube that promotes it.
Only thing to use.
You want to hear something really funny? He says I'm just like my daughter. I started singing a couple times and yelling out the window and doing all kinds of goofy things. I think I'm driving him a little crazy. I did turn his dash a little white. The bull snot, when it's frozen, don't use it on a dash. It kind of turns it white. So I may need to fix that a little bit later on. But yeah, I'm driving him crazy, I think. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm driving Farmer Dan crazy. I'm happy. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. I know I'm enjoying riding with him. Did you think I was kidding when I said the China part? They're loading it right there on a container. Then they're sending it on the railway to a coast, and then it gets on a barge and it does its thing. We've made it back here, pulled behind, and now we're just waiting in a separate line where we'll pull ahead and unload the beans into a separate hopper into the ground, where it will follow that conveyor up and into that beautiful little cargo trailer back behind us. You want anything?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk. I'm not gonna run.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Gotta get loaded.
I'm gonna walk. I'm not running. You want to drive a hopper bottom driver crazy? Tell me you want to stop at the gas station, grab something to drink real quick. Works every time. Well, even I will admit that took longer than scheduled. Somebody ahead of me was buying lotto tickets. Alrighty, so we're in Soldier, Iowa now. We're heading back for you. Ridiculous. Having troubles there? Is the big kitty cat just not used to stopping?
You get conditioned into it, Kurt.
Hell no.
You will.
No, I'm an over-the-road driver, man. I stop when I'm hungry. I stop when I gotta go to the bathroom. I stop when I want to eat food.
Time is money.
There you go. You got your window up.
Uh-huh.
We've made it back here to Ute, Iowa. We are going to do the exact same thing we just got done doing. We're going to go down here, load up with beans, and then run back down there to Fremont, Nebraska, empty it off, and then call it done for the day. Before I hang up with you guys, though, we're going to quiz Daniel a little bit. I'm going to give him some time. I'm going to pick his brain on his truck a little bit, let him tell you about the engine, the transmission, the rear ends, the wheelbase. I do know the weight of it. The dry weight of the truck and trailer is 31,000 pounds. Truck and trailer. I don't know how much fuel he has on, because I know a lot of you are going to be asking that.
No, I've got 163 gallon tanks, 2 of them, and I'm probably just shy of 163 gallons on.
Okay.
And then you're sitting in the passenger seat too. So, I mean, typically my empty weight's about 30,700 to 31, somewhere around there.
Did you just call me a fat ass?
Wow, you could eat less.
You meanie! I'm being bullied. They didn't have those fancy doodads back when I was pulling a hopper bottom. Electric tarps, hydraulic sliders. You guys seen those in action when we were down there in Fremont? There's no cranking involved at all. He sits in his seat and he can do it all. It's a nice unit, really is a nice unit. I don't know, could I do this? Could I pull the hopper? I'm kind of stubborn. I'm kind of stuck in my own ways, in the wise of the speeds I run, the pace I run. I hope he couldn't come, because there just wouldn't be a place to let him run around. I mean, he could run around here, but other than that lineup back there, and Dan says those lines are kind of rare where he's going usually. He goes, we might get stuck in a corn line here and there, but they're not horrible. And with corn lines, they're not like if you're waiting to get unloaded in the reefer world. You know, every time the truck ahead of you pulls ahead, you got to pull ahead. So there's no, just crawling in back and waiting for a phone call kind of thing. I don't know, a lot to think about here.
Text Weston right now. Just got loaded. I should be home here in a little bit. I don't know. I'll let you know. Okay. Okay, love you, buddy. Bye.
See, our kids are always calling, even when we're in the truck still. What do you got for this truck?
Well, it's an 04. I bought it when it was 2 years old, and it's a 379P with an 18-speed B model 18-speed, so heavy duty with a training cooler, and an Australian 6NZ that I put in 2017.
So you did end up putting a different engine in it. What did the engine come into it?
It was an MBN bridge motor with a cat. Their absolute last chance of meeting the emission standards before they went to the twin turbo.
Oh, okay. So
the A-Surge.
You just flipped it around, put a real cat into it.
Yep. I got a block and a crank shipped over and built it up brand new since then. It's got the largest injectors they stick in a 6NZ, and 800 horsepower cam, ported and polished manifold, and 78 mil Borg Warner under the hood. She dynoed 722 horsepower, over 600 to the ground. And ever since I put the motor in, I've had to replace everything behind it. Transmission, rear ends, had to have a specialty driveline built. So I twisted the last one in half.
Brake's got to be off before the truck will go.
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor about that.
Nah.
All right, we are probed, we are tarped. You were speaking a little bit ago about twisting the driveline. What is the driveline? What do you got underneath here?
Oh, I just got a specialty driveline built from Inland up to Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah.
Thicker tubing, a little bit heavier knuckles, yokes. Had to replace it all.
What are you running for rear ends in this thing?
It originally came with 358 Rockwells, spec'd out from the factory. Well, I needed to change that.
Yeah.
So I went to 342 Rockwells. A Rockwell, I believe, handles a little bit more abuse than Eaton's. But I needed to get my RPMs down.
Well, if you're... just slow down. Why are you driving so fast?
Time is money.
Time is money. Is there anything...
It basically wasn't geared the exact way that I wanted the truck. I've owned this truck for, I don't know, 16 to 18 years. I've made it into what I wanted. I've changed it time after time after time. I've had PTO. I've had a pneumatic kit on here for like the pneumatic trailers. And I literally do anything and everything. Go anywhere and everywhere. This truck has been in every state except for Hawaii and Alaska because it don't float.
Did you shut your tarp?
It's closed.
It's closed, okay. Everything he has in here is under remote controls. This thing right here, what's it do?
That one controls the tarp.
Okay, where's the one that opens the hoppers? Woo! Can I push one?
No.
I could just push open and...
No, you don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. Okay.
The other remote controls the hopper lights also. Basically, I can turn the hopper lights on wirelessly. That lights up underneath the trailer at night.
Yeah.
I've also got backup lights on this trailer that are wired into my truck with switches on my dash. I've literally built this truck the exact way that I've wanted it after 20 years of dealing with stuff. I have inside hopper lights inside the trailer compartments. I have backup lights. I have hopper lights underneath. And I had them plumb in an air line going all the way from my suspension to the front of the trailer. And that's kind of where the right way weigh scales come in. Because it's based off of air pressure. I can literally set my cab and know exactly how much weight's on my trailer axle, how much weight's on the drives, and an estimated weight on my steers, and it breaks it down for gross. So... how much they'll end up being?
Hi, baby. Did you miss me? Oh, did you miss me? Yeah, you were going way too long, man. Way too long. Alright. Bring around the rosy. That's what we're doing right now. Ah, big yawn. Big yawn. It is still cold out. Man, it is still cold out. I'm losing my voice. I don't know what's up with that. It's got to be 100% sinuses at this point. That was pretty cool today, wasn't it? We got to ride around with Daniel, show me some ins and outs of what he's doing, and just to get back in a truck and dilly-dally. It's been a while since I've sat in that Pete. It's probably been almost 2 years since we did those videos back when he was hauling really close, hauling corn out of the field. That was a lot of fun, and I appreciate that, Dan. I appreciate you taking me along with you and letting me pick your brain a little bit. The cool part about it was, or almost the funny part about it, was we both made the comment, this kind of feels like a documentary, you know? It kind of feels like I'm following around with a camera, just getting weird stuff like that. And I assured him there's no way I could ever be good enough to make one of those, but I just feel it's kind of neat to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Whew. That's about it, man. That's about all I got. You guys stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time. I'm not going to ask how your day was. How was your hair today?
This morning it was terrible.
Is anything ever good?
I'm saying this morning it was terrible.
But now it's good?
It's alright.
Ask him how his day is. Boring. How's your hair? Terrible. But okay. Teenage boys. They're all kinds of fun.